Self-Care Visuals podcast with your host, Myla Chanel. This is my first podcast video, so I need all the feedback I can get and be real with me, because once this go up, I need to know what I can do better and all of that. So I hope you all can hear me right, because the only problem I have, I've been playing with this soundboard thing and I'm not really that tech savvy when it comes to stuff like that, because this is my first time having my own microphone. So if the sound is not really picking up, I apologize, because I'm trying to get my audio together. So I don't even know if this thing is working. It's lighting up as I talk, but the sound kind of is real iffy. So yeah, but welcome to episode 1. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. This episode is going to be just a get to know me episode. So it's going to be just me talking about myself for the most part. I put on my story questions to ask me, and a few of you guys responded. I didn't get that much feedback as I usually do with these type of questions. So I went on good old Pinterest and I found a list 50 questions to get to know someone. So I'm really gonna be going off of that. But before we get into it, I'll just tell you guys a little bit about myself, I guess. I'm currently 21. I just turned 21 on January 6th. Capricorns, we the goats, we winning right now. I'm a 21-year-old. I'm in college currently, majoring in social work. I want to be a mental health advocate. I want to be a social worker. So yeah, that kind of stemmed from me being in the foster care system and being adopted. That kind of stemmed my passion for helping others, really. And so I always, when I was little, I wanted to be a teacher. I know it is not playing out like us. I just don't want to get copyrighted, so we're gonna kind of go off of that. But I had music in the background playing, non-copyrighted music. But I wanted to be a teacher, and I wanted to be a teacher from when I was 3 all the way to I got baptized at church a long time ago. I was probably 8 or 9. I might have been a little younger than that, but I don't remember. But I always wanted to be a teacher, so I was always in the public service area. But then once I got older and I really start digging into my past and situations that I've been through and things like that, I was like, whoa, I think I want to be a social worker. And plus, teachers, they don't make no money. But I know y'all probably social workers don't either. But look, I'm getting my master's and I plan to get my doctorate, and they make bank. I'm talking 100,000. So yeah, especially with your doctorate, you're making anywhere from 70, 80, 90K and up. And then the thing I like about public service and that whole field is that you always need a social worker, you always need a psychologist, you always need a therapist. You're not gonna ever really be out of a job when it comes to that. And especially with all this diversity and inclusion thing that Trump got going on right now, I wouldn't have to worry about that, because you're always going to be in need of a job. Well, I wouldn't say I wouldn't have to worry about it, because now you see all these companies are pulling from that now, and now they're no black people, period. So the future is concerning, but I try not to let that really have an effect on me and all that. And then when you have your own practice, what I want to do once I get my doctorate, have my own practice, I'm gonna be my own boss. So I won't have to worry about getting fired or losing my job because of the color of my skin. That's a little ridiculous to me, but hey. But yeah, that's me as far as my career goes. That's my career goals. But outside of that, I'm just a outgoing, bubbly person who loves to just chat, really just talk everybody's ears off. I'm very outspoken, so I'm always gonna speak up. I'm gonna always make sure people hear me. Not in a bad way, but I feel like in a good way. And I feel like you need that, because I've always been the one that like never could voice what I had to say. And as I got older, I'm like, my voice matters. I can talk and I can say what I have to say as long as it's respectful, and I can feel whatever way I want to feel because it's my feelings. And I always used to seek validation when it was just like, girl, looking back at it now, it's like, girl, you did all of that. Like, girl, be yourself, literally. I have a whole episode that's gonna be talking about that. But yeah, I love to read. I love to journal. My mom just brought me some skates, so I just learned how to skate backwards. I think I'm the baddest thing. Y'all gotta see me in a skating rink though, because I was hitting that. On my birthday, we went skating and I was skating backwards, y'all. I skated backwards around the whole rink like more than once. So like I'm finally getting used to skating backwards, and I feel like I be eating that up. Other activities I like to do, I like to go swimming. I love to online shop. Baby Shein is gonna have my money every single time, okay? When I tell you every time, here you go. I also like Fashion Nova, TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls, Rainbow from here and there. You can find a little cute stuff here and there. If you go on the cheap route, but really Shein got everything you need. People talk about Shein, but I don't care. They ain't done me wrong. Like, you just have to really go through the reviews and read and pay attention to what you're buying. But yeah, hobbies, other hobbies, let's see. I love nature. I love going outside. Trying to think of what else. Oh, I love to sing. I'm probably never gonna sing on here because I'm still kind of shy when it comes to that, but I do like to sing. And other than that, I can't really try to think of what else, like basic things to get to know me before like I start going through these questions and stuff. I'm 2 years locked, 2 years and 1 month. I locked my hair in December of 2022, and it's been a journey, but it's been one that's like really been good because I cut all my hair off. I was bald headed, and now you see all of this is glowing. I dyed my hair again. Like, I look good. You can't tell me I don't. But yeah, that's about it. I love rings. I like to dance. I did color guard. I do baton. I twirl. I do all of that. But yeah, we can get into the first question now, I guess. The first question is, what motivates me? What inspires me in life? Like, what keeps me going, basically. That was a good question. My friend asked me that. And I would say what motivates me the most is the bigger picture. And I say that all the time, but like what I mean by that is all the things that I want to accomplish in life. I feel like that's what motivates me the most, because it's like I'm doing all this stuff right now. I'm in school right now. I'm working hard. I'm achieving most of the goals that I have set for myself. And I'm doing all these things, and it's because of the bigger picture. And the bigger picture for me looks like being able to be financially stable, and times 3, being able to go out and buy the finer things that I want in life. Being able to support myself financially is a really, really big portion of it. Also, being happy, fulfilling my aspiration in life, which is really to be happy. Being able to do that, but that's what I feel like motivates me the most, because it's like all these things that I want down the line. That's what motivates me, because it's like I got to keep working hard. I got to get these good grades so I can get into the master's program at whatever school I want to go to, and they pay for it. And like that I get these degrees, and that I'm able to be in these rooms speaking to people and do all the things that I wanted to do. That's really what inspires me, is just seeing myself, visualizing that for me, it's kind of like, oh, I'm finna go even harder. That's kind of what motivates me the most, is the bigger picture of everything. Like, I'm gonna look at that and be like, okay, I'm finna grind. I'm finna stack my money. Like, I'm finna be positive, because I know in the long run, like, when I want these things for myself, this is what's gonna help me get there. That's kind of what I would say to answer that question. And also what motivates me as well is doubters, haters, all that. Oh, that give me adrenaline. That fuel me up. Like, I don't love when people hate on me. I actually hate when people hate on me. But when people hate on me, now watch, cause I'm finna go even harder. Like, when people doubt you, like, you don't even gotta say nothing. You just smile. You just sit there. Ooh, not taking pictures, but you just sit there and you smile. Like, thank you. Thank you. I needed to hear that. I really did. Because guess what? Now I'm finna go even harder. Yeah, so I feel like that's what motivates me the most and what keeps me going. That's another thing that keeps me going. And just also knowing that, like, you have a goal in life and you want to achieve those things. So stay on the right track, stay focused, do the things you need to do to make sure everything plays out. And I feel like you good. For real, for real. Okay, I spent a lot of time on that question. This isn't gonna be a like really long get to know me video, because this is kind of just like a introduction for me to kind of like get a feel for like everything. But I'm gonna answer a good amount of questions. Okay, so the next question is, what is your favorite book or movie and why? Okay, so my favorite children's movie would have to be Princess and the Frog. She's also my favorite Disney princess as well. I love Princess Tiana. Seeing a black girl and being she was the first black Disney princess, first of all. But seeing a black girl be a princess like that when I was little, that was chef kiss for me. Like, what? Like, this could be me on this big screen. Because, you know, I love Cinderella. Like, I loved Belle. I loved all of them, but it was just like they all were like white, or like Milan. Like they weren't black. So it's like you're idolizing all these people, but it's like, where's the people of color at? So I don't know. And it was a good movie as well. So like, I would just say that was like that was really inspiring for me when that movie came out, and it just became my favorite movie, and I just loved Princess Tiana from there on. Like, yeah, it's kind of messed up that like when you think about it, she was kissing a frog, but I mean, aside from that, it was a good movie, and the transformation in like the movie industry business has really come a long way, because back in the day, you ain't getting none of that. And now we have black film producers, we have people starring in movies, like we have all that, and that's like really amazing just to watch. But I would say Princess and the Frog is my favorite children's movie. My favorite adult movie, don't eat me up in the comments. Don't eat me up. But my favorite adult movie would have to be Titanic and Daddy's Little Girls. I say that because, I don't know, my cousin Daryl, she introduced me to Titanic for the first time, and I watched it. Like, it's a long movie, y'all. It's like damn near 3 hours, but I love Titanic. That was a good ass movie. Like, it's sad what happened, but it was just so intriguing to me. Like, I like learning about history and like different stories of like what happened in life. And I don't know, I'm the type of person who would sit there and watch Titanic like 50, 111 times over and over and over again, knowing that I know what's gonna happen. And like, I cry every time. But I don't know why it's my favorite movie, y'all, but it's been my favorite movie since I watched it when I was little. But yeah, I would say my favorite like TV shows. I don't really watch TV, but the TV shows that I do watch are mainly like on Netflix, Hulu, and that's it, like HBO Max. I would say I don't have like one favorite, but some of my like top few would probably have to be like Manifest, The Fosters, Good Trouble, Ozark was really good. I really liked Ozark. I like watching like drug cartel stuff. It's really intriguing watching that. And I like a lot of science fiction. I live sci-fi. Sci-fi eats. Science fiction is really good. The Rain. The Rain is so good, y'all. That's a good science fiction series too. And it's pretty long. I think it might have only been like, no, I think it's a couple seasons long. I really wish they would like drop more episodes, but that's really good. I'm trying to think of what else I really like. Your Honor was good. That's like recent. Trinkets really good. I have a lot. I can't really give you a lot of stuff, but a lot of stuff that I watch is either comedy, sci-fi, or I watch a little romance here and there, but not too much. Yeah, but those are the type of shows that I like to watch. Yeah, I'm really a YouTube girly though. I like to watch YouTube. I don't really be into like nothing too crazy. Like I like to watch like Chloe Yasmin, Aaliyah Simone, Aaliyah. I used to watch Mariah Kaylin, but I don't really watch her like that. I watch Beauty Is Her Name. I used to watch Jazz, but I don't really watch her no more. I watch Jezebel's Absolutely Fried podcast, and that is like really good. Highly Official, their podcast is really good too. That's on YouTube. That's Peyton. I watch Paybae vlogs a lot. Hi Off Long, I watch him too. I watch a lot of Jaguar Wright. I be keeping up with all of that. I have a whole like series that I'm gonna go into on this podcast about like, I'm not a conspiracist, but about conspiracy theories that like I'm like strong knowing about, and my thoughts on that. That's not for this, but I like watching all of that. I watch the History Channel a lot about ancient civilizations, things like that. When I said like I really get into history, I get into history. I watch a lot of stuff about the government, not the government itself, but people in power. I'm informed. That's what I say. I'm well informed. Trying to think of what else. And I just listen to music. I really listen to music. My favorite rapper is Future. That's my man. My husband is J. Cole. My wife is Kaylani. My girlfriend is Janae. I know I sound Delulu. Yeah, I like my cup. It's a main character energy. Got it from Walmart. And then like, aside from like TV, I journal a lot. I read books. This is a book that's really good that I'm reading right now. It's The Yoga of Eating. And I'm no longer eating beef, turkey, none of that no more. I'm a pescatarian, so I still eat seafood, but I'm trying to go fully vegan. I've been trying my best to cleanse my body out, and this book just really goes into detail of like the history of like food, for your body, your mind, your soul, all that. It just goes into detail about everything, alternatives, good eating habits, really all of that, to be honest. It goes into depth about that. But yeah, It just really goes into depth of the history of food and like all of that and what we're putting into our body. And I've been trying to deep cleanse my body out because like a lot of stuff really affects like my gut health and all of that. So I've been working on that. And it's been going good so far. The only thing I will say is you definitely notice a difference in your body, a change in your body. Like it feels like more of a relief. And then like also it affected my appetite to the point where I don't really eat for real. Like I eat, but I'm never really hungry. I'm not really hungry. So I would say that's the only downside about it. But I feel like it's good because I'm about to get in the gym. I'm about to continue to keep drinking water a lot more than what I do. And like just work on me. This is kind of a me year, a mental health year for me. It's been like I've been prioritizing everybody else and like everything else. But like this year for real, like I'm putting me first. And I mean that like wholeheartedly. I'm putting me first. Next question. What's my favorite type of music and why? I would say my favorite genre of music would have to be R&B. It just does something to my soul. I don't know. R&B music is my favorite. I would just say because of like it just hit the spot. The frequencies, the beats, everything. I just be tapped into all of that, y'all. And like it just flows. That's why I would say that's my favorite genre. But I also like I like hip hop, R&B music. I love rap. Rap that has a good beat, of course. I listen to a lot of Christian, like contemporary music. I like country to a certain extent. I listen to like Luke Bryan, Chris Stapleton here and there. Like I do. I like a little country, you know. I'm from Detroit, but when I got to Nashville and like I started listening to like country music and stuff like that, I vibed with it. I like country music. That's about it. I don't really listen to like a lot of jazz or like alternative. I don't listen to none of that. Not for real. Next question. Um, what's my favorite way to relax and unwind? I would say sleeping. I know that's probably like, oh, you like sleeping, girl. But I really like to sleep. Sleep brings me peace, honestly. When I don't get sleep, you can tell. Like, I don't try to like show, but I would say like I definitely get my sleep in. Like people would say they sleep for like 4 hours. I definitely get my 8 hours of rest like every night. That's how serious I be about sleep. Like yeah, I'll set my alarms and stuff, but my schedule is to the point where I can really sleep as long as I really want to, kind of sort of, because I have two in-person classes from 12 to 2, but that's nothing. Like I'll get up like at 9 o'clock in the morning. So like I get a good night. I get a good sleep. I get a good night rest. And then when I get home, I take a lot of naps. So that would probably be my favorite thing to do to unwind. Would be sleeping, listening to music, or going for like car rides randomly, I guess you could say. I like to like watch the sunset or just ride around and just look at stuff. I don't know. It's just calming for me. I do get motion sickness though, but I don't know. I just like to ride around. It's soothing. Next question. Doo -doo -doo. What's my favorite type of food and why? I would say my favorite, I don't have a favorite food either, but I really, really love Alfredo. I love shrimp Alfredo. I make that meal a lot in my house. That would probably be my favorite. And I love, well, love Mexican. So tacos enchiladas, all of that. I really love. And the plus about it is, even though I can't eat ground beef or ground turkey anymore, I be eating me some good shrimp tacos. Like, I be eating it down. Like, I be chefing. I love to cook. So I would say that's another thing. And I love, love, love hibachi. Me and my sisters just went to hibachi. I love hibachi. I get hibachi all the time. Yeah. Next question. How do I handle setbacks and failures? I ain't gonna get emotional, but I've had a lot of setbacks in my life. I've had a lot of disappointments, failures. I've had a lot of losses in life. I have. And how do I deal with them? That's a great question. I've dealt with a lot of grief. I've dealt with a lot of uncertainty. I've dealt with a lot of no's. I've dealt with a lot of rejection in life, from relationships all the way to just getting accepted into a school I wanted to go to. Like, I've dealt with a lot. And I would say to answer that, I would use a quote from my grandma, which would be, just keep living. Because once I've experienced a lot of those setbacks and those failures and those situations, it kind of shaped me into who I am today. Because if it hadn't have been for those closed doors and those heartbreaks and things like that I've gone through, I probably wouldn't be prepared for what's thrown at me in life. And I feel like I've experienced it so much that I've just learned naturally. It took a lot of time though, but I've learned to persevere through it. And don't let that ever be the end of my story. Ever. Don't let that ever, like, we all have a lot to achieve in life. And expect the uncertainty and expect the unexpected, for real, because you never know what's going to happen. You have to be able to pick up your pieces. And if you can't pick up your pieces, nobody's going to pick them up for you. I feel like that's just something that I've had to grow with and learn and deal with, for real. And it wasn't easy by any means necessary, like, at all. Like, I've lost some of the most important people in my life, the realest people, my friends, boyfriends, just all of that. People. Like, I done been through heartbreak. But what matters the most is that I'm still here and I'm still being able to shine my light. I'm still able to be happy. And I'm not sitting here letting that soak up everything and affect me. And I feel like, to answer that question, that would really be how I handle setbacks, is keep pushing and know that, like, even though sometimes it's a dark stage or a dark place for you, being able to know, like, this too shall pass. I'm gonna get through this. I feel like that's kind of how I handle it. I have to talk to myself a lot. I have to pray. I do. I have to pray. I have to talk to God. And reaching out to people too. Like, hey, I'm not okay. And it's okay to not be okay. Literally. That's what the whole, like, objective of this podcast is. Navigating my life and being able to share with people that I'm human as well. I'm not perfect by any means. I'm still learning and growing. Like, I'm only 21 years old. Like, there's a lot more in life. But I will say I've learned to grow to be wiser than what I have been before. And I've learned to not let past situations affect my future. And I feel like that says a lot. You have to be able to do that. Because you're not going to get anywhere in life if you don't. You're not. So I feel like that's how I deal with it. setbacks and different things like that. And like, also, I must tell you that difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. That was the next question. What's my favorite quote? That's my favorite quote. Is difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. Like, y'all don't know where I've came from. I have been in dark places before. I tell you, it don't look like it because I'm glowing. But when people tell you you don't look like what you've been through, you don't look like what you've been through. I don't look like what I've been through. But yeah, difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. I never would have, in a million years, probably saw myself being here. But I'm grateful that even though I had some bumps on the road, that I was able to see it through for real. Like, suicide, mental health is real. I'll just say that. Mental health is real. Like this is a get to know me, so I feel like I can be vulnerable because this is a safe space. But like, I will never forget my 11th grade year. I was 17 years old, and I felt like I no longer served my purpose in life. I kind of gave up on myself, and I did try to no longer be here anymore. And looking back at that, I'm just so grateful and blessed that I saw it through and I saw the light at the end of the tunnel. Because imagine had I had done something and like there would have been no me. There wouldn't have been this podcast. I wouldn't have been here sharing my light. Like, I wouldn't have been doing the things that I'm doing. So I feel like your feelings are very important and they're valid. And even though you may not be as open to like expressing them, when you need help, ask for help. Reach out. Even though like you may not always have somebody's there. Like somebody, I'm here. Hell, I'm here. Like, that's really all I needed. And if I could have told myself that then in that moment when I was going through that, like, hey, you can reach out. Text this person. Call this person. Like, it's okay. You're not the only one going through this. If I had that, man. But that's what, like, I kind of want to be. I want to be people's safe space, but I want to also be my own safe space. You gotta be able to help yourself before you can help others. That's like really, really, really important. You have to be able to help yourself before you can help others. For real. Yeah, that was like a really, really dark time in my life, but I persevered and I'm shining through and I'm doing good. And I can honestly say like this is the best Myla has ever been. Really, wholeheartedly, this is the best I've been, and it's really only going up from here. Like, I'm working on me. Like I said, this is a year of me. This is a year of self-reflection. This is a year of growth. Yeah, growth mindset. Like, this is a year of everything. This is winning season. I know I said 2024 was winning season, but 2025 is really winning season. Like, we winning all 2025. Y'all gonna win all 2025. Like, we up. We up. We are up. Regrets in life. Okay. Okay, this is me, my last question. This is a good question to close with. Regrets in life. I would feel like I really only have one regret in life, and that was not staying true to myself. I do now, but if I could tell like 5th grade me, 6th grade me, 7th grade me, stay true to yourself, girl. Don't let what other people say affect you. I was so insecure about myself because of what people said. Looking back at that, like, girl, you was beautiful and you still are. Like, girl, that's really how I felt. Like, I used to get bullied. I used to always try to change myself. I used to do things to fit in. Like, I used to try to seek validation from others when I only needed validation from myself. yourself. Like, girl. Girl, doing all that for what? That would probably be like that. Not staying true to myself. I do it now, but back in the day, I didn't care about none of that. I would say now, how do I stay true to myself? Knowing my worth. I would say knowing my worth. It took a long time to know my worth. I didn't even know my worth when I came into college. I didn't know my worth. So that just goes to show you how much like work I done put in to get to where I am now, because I did not know my worth. I didn't, y'all. I would always settle. Like, I would always settle. What are you settling for? Know your worth. And the ways that I found my worth was really self-reflecting, journaling. Journaling is really what helped me. I do a lot of shadow work. I don't know if y'all know what shadow work is, but I do a lot of shadow work. Being able to reflect on situations and talk about it and like see what I can do to grow and see what the next steps are. That's really kind of what helped me, was writing everything out. Writing it out is really what helped me. Words of affirmation helped me a lot. I used to, you can ask my sisters, like, I had sticky notes all on my mirror. Like, I would go in the bathroom, like, I am beautiful, I am enough. Like, I would do a lot of that. And I would just say it to myself, repeat it to myself. I have a lot of words of affirmation, like, on Pinterest. If y'all want to follow me on Pinterest, it's Myla Chanel, same thing as this. But I make a lot of boards, like, with manifestations, words of affirmation, self-help quotes, self-help books, anything from spirituality to, if you're just looking to try to see how you want your nails, I got pin boards with like my nails pinned on there, different nails styles. I have lock hairstyles on there. I have a lookbook, a whole fashion lookbook on there. Like, Pinterest is everything. But yeah, I get a lot of stuff like off of Pinterest. So like, even just inspirational quotes, Pinterest, like, Pinterest has everything. So yeah, I usually get everything off Pinterest. But yeah, I guess like that's how I would end it. But yeah, I feel like this is a whole like yapping session about me, but the whole time, girl, that's what this video is about. But yeah, like, I hope that y'all liked my video, and please, 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 please put in the comment in the bio like what type of things you want me to talk about and what you want to hear. I do have like a schedule set out, planned for me already, of the schedule I'm following. So I have a part 2 of episode 1, like, that's gonna be out hopefully by next weekend. I might be able to drop it in the next couple of days depending on what I have going on. But yeah, be on the lookout for sure. And like, just stay tuned in, give me a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, thank y'all for watching, and just know that, like, yeah, this is a safe space and I'm here for a good time, not a long time, like, literally. I really say that wholeheartedly. Like, I'm just here to really enjoy myself, share my life through visuals. That's really where the whole self-care visuals came from. But yeah, I'll see y'all later. Stay tuned. Bye.